face makeup on, so you can probably tell that today is going to be my foundation routine. And I already applied my moisturizer, I already cleansed and applied my toner and my moisturizer, which was the CeraVe Moisture Lotion. This is my go-to. I've bought like 3 bottles of this. This is awesome. It lasts you like probably like 8 months or something. Amazing. Go get you some. And then when that set in, I applied the NYX Shine Killer Primer in my T-zone, which is what I usually do. I'll put it like on my forehead, like nose and the tops of my cheeks, because the tops of my cheeks get really oily. Upper lip and chin. Let's get on the foundation routine. I'm not going to be talking through it. I'm probably just gonna like either do a voiceover or I'm going to play music through it. But I just wanted to film this intro before I got started. So I went in on my cheeks with the Rimmel Lasting Finish Primer because my cheeks honestly aren't oily or dry, they're just normal. And I honestly filmed this clip about 3 times. My camera is being so weird and it's not wanting to. I'm going to keep checking if it's filming, honestly, because it was giving me issues. But basically, I put this on my cheeks. It doesn't work for particularly oily or dry skin. It's just normally, it does help your foundation wear more. If you have normal skin or normal skin in one part of your face, it does have a little bit of moisture in it. So if you have dry skin, it might work for you. But I have normal skin on my cheeks, and I have dry and oily on my T-zone. So what I applied on my T-zone was the NYX Shine Killer Primer. So those are the primers I applied, and now I'm going to go on to my foundation routine, which I'm going to do in this video, my foundation, my blush, contour, highlight, all that. And I'm going to go in with the Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the color Sun Beige. And I'm going to mix that with the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights in the color Bare Light. Which I've had this for a while and never knew how to use it because I have oily skin. And I used it, okay, I'm lying about that, maybe. Because I used it when I first started my channel. If you look back, I used it in like 2 videos, I think. And I've had this for literally probably like 2 years. This thing right here. And I honestly have used it maybe 4 times. I've used this though, the past like 3 or 4 times I've applied my foundation, I've used this, so I figure that that's a part of my routine right now, so I'd add that. So I put about probably I'd say like a dime-sized amount of the Infallible, and then I put a pea-sized amount of the Illuminator. And then what I do is I go and mix that together with the Real Techniques Essential Foundation Brush. And I'll just mix those 2 together. And then once those are mixed together, I'll just brush it on my face. And if you can see how luminous and dewy and really pretty my skin looks in my last video with the Vox box, this is what I did. This is when I'm going all out with my foundation, this is the routine that I'll do. I will eventually show you guys the routine that I do when I'm just every day, but this is the routine that I do when I'm going somewhere and I'm actually trying to like do my full foundation. Oh yeah, and I think I forgot to say what I'm blending it in with. I'm blending it in with the Real Techniques stippling brush. There will be a lot of Real Techniques in this video because Real Techniques brushes are my life, basically, when it comes to makeup. And they are amazing. I don't put a lot of foundation on my forehead because honestly my forehead has pretty, and I'm not saying this in like a bragging kind of way, but my forehead literally has like perfect skin, basically. I wouldn't say perfect, but it's like even and doesn't need any coverage really. I could honestly put nothing on my forehead, but I put it on my forehead because I don't want my skin to be like lighter on my forehead than it is on the rest of my body because my face is a lot lighter than my body. So that's why I like to wear foundation, or at least like some kind of product, so I don't look super pale in my face and then my body is like dark. That's weird. So now I'm going to go in with this concealer. And this is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous concealer in the color medium, and this is a light ass concealer. It says medium, but if you're my skin tone or a little bit darker than me, do not buy this. I bet the color dark is not even dark. It's probably like my color. And in my opinion, I think I'm pretty pale. And I don't really have exactly any blemishes, really. Oh, I was wrong about that. I'm going to put this concealer on that because this concealer under my eyes has basically no coverage. So I'm going to use the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline Dark Spot Corrector in light medium. I probably could have went for medium, but I don't know what persuaded me to buy light medium, but whatever. I'm just gonna highlight my face with this. And this one is a lot more pinky tone than that one. And I'm just going to I'll use this foundation brush to blend it in. And I'm gonna use the edge of this foundation brush to sharpen up the edge of my eyeshadow. And then just blend this out the way I would blend it out. See, this Real Techniques one is a little bit more pink than that one. That's why I thought I'd use this brush that had the foundation on it to maybe not make it not as light and ridiculously lighter than my skin. Alright, now I'm going to go in with this stippling brush and blend that in a little bit more. Check if I'm filming is what I'm doing, because it's frustrating if you're not filming. You're trying to film a video and you see that you're not filming and it's like, really? So now I'm going to go in with my favorite powder recently, which has been the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Translucent Powder, which I'm not going to buy translucent. When I'm done with this, I'm not buying any more powders. I'm probably just going to use the ones I have because I have 2 powders. And I'm not the kind of person who hoards makeup. I honestly might have a decent amount of makeup, but I don't have like a lot. Like most other YouTubers have a lot more than I do. But when this is done with, I'm probably going to use up those 2 powders that I have. And then if I get this one again, then I'll get in actual skin tone, because the translucent one is basically white and it makes you look pale, but I fixed that after with bronzer and stuff, and once I spray the setting spray on, it seems to disappear and it doesn't look pale anymore. And I'm going to use that on this Bella Pierre Kabuki brush that I got in my BoxyCharm. See how that kind of made me pale? That's what I don't like about this powder. It makes me look like a ghost. Under my eyes I don't mind because it just looks like highlighted, but everywhere else it looks kind of ridiculous if I don't fix it later. So that's what I'm going to do when I'm done with that. So okay, now I'm going to move on to bronzer. And I contour the bronzer. I don't like cool toned. I am not a fan of cool toned anything. I'm just checking to see if I'm filming. I'm going to move on to bronzer and contouring. And I like this brush because it kind of diffuses the contour and the bronzer. And I got this in the like NYX Picks thing. The Sam NYX Picks collection. And it's duo fiber face brush. And I really like this for my bronzer. And I use a bronzer contour because I am not a fan of cool tone bronzers. I'm not a fan of cool tone anything. It just doesn't on me. Unless it's eyeshadow, I don't like the look of it on myself because I am a very olive, yellow, olivey kind of complexion. I don't have any pink whatsoever. Like, it's really olivey and yellow. I'm really yellow and I'm not a fan of that. So I'm going to use the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is from the La Belle Carousel kit, which you got at Christmas, which they don't sell anymore, but that's where I use it from. But you can buy this outside of it, but I'm sure everyone knows that because everyone talks about this bronzer. But I've made a dent in this. I use this every day. And I just go into kind of the hollows of my cheeks, but kind of not. Like, and I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm not going to be perfect at what I'm doing, so, I mean, at your own, listen to me at your own will if you want to, but I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not perfect at makeup. I'm not sure I know what I'm doing, but I mean, there's really not any rules to makeup, so. You can make this face if you want to find the hollows of your cheeks. I have pretty defined cheekbones, so I can see that little line right there. So I don't really have to do that. Sometimes I do it anyway, but I don't have to do it. But to find the hollows of your cheeks, all you have to do is do that. I don't like a super defined contour. I really am not a fan of that. I like diffused bronziness. Alright, and now I'm going to do this under my bottom lip. I'm not a fan of nose contouring of any kind. I don't think it looks good on me, and I mean, if you like it, then that's on you, but I'm not a fan, and I don't think it looks good on really anyone. I'm not a fan of it. Especially not on myself, because I like my nose. I really don't want to change my nose. I'm not a fan of the changing my nose. I just don't. I like my nose. I think it's really nice looking and cute. So now I'm going to go into my e.l.f. blush palette in the color Light, and I wanted to show this on my channel because I love this palette. It is amazing. Definitely go pick you up one. It's very good. And the color I like, which this kind of looks to me like ColourPop quarters. I don't know if it really is like that, but that's what it looks like to me, and that is this color up here. The rest of these color, no, this ain't the color Light. I think it's the color Dark. I don't know why I thought it was the light one. But this is the dark one, and this one looks like ColourPop quarters on me because I am a medium in tone. These are very, very, very pigmented. Well, I'm a very, like, kind of light medium, like a medium skin tone probably. But these are extremely pigmented. If you have deep or dark skin, get this. Go get it. You would look amazing with these blushes. I don't know if I can pull off this one right here, but I know on like a gorgeous, like, dark skin, that would look awesome. And this one too. This one's gorgeous too, but I'm gonna try. I might do a video of me get ready with me or something with me trying these. I might have to blend a lot, but hopefully I can pull them off. Now to go into my highlight, which I use for my highlight. I use this Real Techniques contour brush. I don't know know why I didn't know the name of this by heart. I've had this brush for like 3 years. I don't know why I didn't know what it was called, but that's kind of weird. But I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. Golden Bronzer. And I know what you're thinking, bronzer. No, it's not a bronzer. It's a highlighter. On my skin tone, I mix these 3 colors together and it is a gorgeous highlight. This would also look really gorgeous on deep skin tones, but if you're any lighter than me, this will not work on you. I'm a strong highlight kind of gal, so honestly, I probably look like a disco ball, but I don't really care. I'm a fan of very highlighted skin. And then I'm just going to go back with that kabuki brush and blend everything in. Everything's all blended. And see, I look glowy. And this is the point I look glowy, but I don't look greasy or oily or anything. But honestly, and sometimes I will, and I just got this the other day, so I don't know if I want to include this or not. But on an extra glowy, me wanting to look extra glowy kind of day, I'll go in with this Model Co Bronze, which I only got this a couple days ago, but I've been using it like the past 2 times I've done my makeup, and I'll put that on my cheeks. Just to show you what it looks like with that, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and it has shimmer in it, but it is beautiful. And it's not like glitter, it's like diffused gorgeousness. And it just honestly looks beautiful, so that's basically it. And then after I spray this on, that is it for my foundation routine. And I said I have oily skin, but I use the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Because the matte finish one does not really take away that powdery look for me. I think that the dewy finish one is better than the matte finish one. In my personal opinion, the dewy finish one is better. Even if you have oily skin, it'll still help control your oils. But it just does a much better job of getting away that cakey look. Much better than the matte one. Because I've had the matte one before. Not a fan. Get the dewy one, even if you have oily skin. But that is my foundation routine, and I'm going to come back when my makeup is completely done and do the outro. Alright, so I'm done with the rest of my makeup, and that was my foundation routine, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!